Okay, so today we're gonna look at my diet and fitness plan that I created for myself based off my DRI report. So my DRI report was sufficient but not ideal. I'm gonna talk about some of the positives and the negatives and why those are good and why those are bad, and then things I can do to help the bads and the good things about my good things. So calories and protein levels, those are my two positives. Intaking enough calories and protein as well as carbs and liquids, which help me maintain my athletic lifestyle. Insufficient vitamins intake and poor quality of fats, those are my two negatives. I'll dive more into that in a bit. So like I was saying, my DRI suggests about 33,300 calories per day, and I'm usually hitting about 2,300, 2,400, which is still pretty good. This allows my body, like I said, to be fueled and maintain my athletic lifestyle. So I'm hitting lots of proteins. My DRI suggests about 65 grams, which I'm hitting. Carbohydrates, 270 grams, I'm hitting. Liquids I'm intaking. I should intake 3,700 grams, and I'm well above all three of those categories, which is great. So here's some of the negatives. My vitamin D, calcium, and fiber, all those vitamins are lacking. My quality of fats is also poor. Need to up that with some salmon, some nuts, things of that nature. And then my consistency of what I'm eating. There were a couple of days where I ate almost 1,100 calories after 8 o'clock, which is not good. So gotta look out for that as well. Alright, so here's my preseason workout. Mondays would be a push workout, chest, triceps, shoulders with high intensity cardio. By high intensity cardio would be maybe jump rope and assault bike, Stairmaster, something of that sort. I would also do that on Wednesdays, but with a back and bicep workout exercise before. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do some interval running, like a Manu test, a Cooper test, a yo-yo, etc. Things of that nature to get the blood flowing really good. Friday is a leg day, focus with strength and explosion. This day I'm not going to do any cardio. The leg day would be kind of cardio focused in a sense. The explosion part and the emphasis on that just because of my sport and what it requires for my body. Saturday would be a distance run. I try to keep my heart rate low but get a lot of blood flow in the legs. And then Sundays would be kind of a rest day, but I'd make sure I get outside or wherever I can to do some stretch, yoga, and mobility. These things are really important. And then every day I would focus on some hip mobility because I have a real problem with my groin and my hip flexor and things of that nature just being tight. And every day I would try to incorporate some kind of technical ball work, whether that's before or after or some other time during my day. Oh, and then let me touch on my nutrition here. So here I would have a lot of carbs, protein, just so I have the energy with the carbs and the protein for recovery. Also need to make sure I'm having a lot of liquids. I want to get a sweat during all of these workouts just to condition myself a bit extra. So liquids going to be important. In season is a little tough. We would back away from the weights, but at least a little bit, just bring the weights down at least. Probably do a lot of kettlebell exercises here, just mobility focus like I said, and then I'd have training almost every day. Days I don't have training, I probably have a game days I'm not going to do much. I might do some stretching before. These days I really focus on nutrition though, making sure I'm eating like fruits, not too many proteins but a lot of carbs. And then after the game, I also want to get a lot of carbs and proteins in. And then my off day, I just recover and refuel, again with some carbs. I like to take a magnesium supplement sometimes, which helps. And just probably rest in bed a lot. Last but not least would be my postseason. Postseason, nutrition-wise, I would not really care that much. I'd kind of eat everything that I want to eat during the season and before the season. I wouldn't go too crazy, but there are definitely some things I'd indulge in. Low impact exercises like swimming, biking, things like that. stress relieving yoga. I'm a big believer in like deep breathing exercises. They help calm my nerves and they help me feel better. So I would do a lot of those, and then I dive into some other sports and activities. I like to hike, I like to play basketball, stuff like that, just to keep my muscles moving and not burn out from just playing soccer all the time.